Two fights I gotta talk about real quick, bro. It's the Jay Garrett versus Guy Gardner fight, which I ain't gonna lie, I was low-key sleeping on. On top of that, I wasn't really expecting Guy Gardner had that dog because my money was on Jay Garrett. But to see him go into a form of being a Red Lantern, on top of the fact he's going back to his heritage of being a Valdarian, I think that's how you pronounce it. It showed Jay Garrett that he had really underestimated Guy Gardner at the time because, mind you, he's going based off all the previous experiences that he had, feeling like he has the upper hand. But my thing is, this is somebody you also have not bested in battle. But I also got to give Jay Garrett his props because, mind you, it also intrigued my interest into him. But on top of the fact, I really love that he took all of his rage that he had over the years and overloaded the Red Lantern ring that Guy Gardner had. And even with Jay Garrett proceeding to get bested in battle, he proceeds to let Guy take the final blow, which lets me know that he has a respect for him. But then I also got to talk about Cyborg versus Swamp Thing. I felt like Big got a little too comfortable as far as when it came to him winning against Swamp Thing in the first round, because my thing is, you realize that he is not going to have the same type of demeanor, so I would rather be in my best form. But you instead give him the competitive edge when it came to the second round, where you're still in your normal form and he proceeds to take on a form that he is familiar with. I'm with Swamp Thing as he proceeds to handle Vic because he was really cutthroat, letting him know, like, hey, we have an objective to accomplish, bro. I'm not here to sit here and just be like, you know what, let's just keep it a fair fight. I also enjoyed the two different perspectives. How I interpret Swamp Thing, he has nothing to lose when it comes to the tournament, but when it comes to Vic, he talks about his team and his team being the one thing that is really motivating him. And I enjoyed the two different perspectives, but I felt like Swamp Thing's perspective was more dangerous in a sense because somebody who ain't got nothing to lose is willing to go to the limits, boy. But at the same time, Cyborg has the upper hand just based off the tech that he has. I really enjoyed to see him in that Titan form where he proceeds to just really realize that, okay, I'm being a little low-key kind of chill, so hopefully he has learned this lesson. When it comes to this panel, it's crazy how Cyborg versus Swamp Thing, where Jay Garrett versus Guy Gardner have a similar outcome, where one is realizing that they must accept defeat. But they were both top-tier fights that had me locked in from start to finish, but if I had to pick one between the two, I honestly enjoy Guy Gardner versus Jay Garrett because I was really low-key sleeping on this until I read it. But tell me which one you prefer, The Flash versus Green Lantern or Cyborg versus Swamp Thing, bruh?